So, working hard or hardly working?
Have you ever felt like you were doing everything that you're supposed to do? Reading the charts, watching the news, analyzing every little move in the market, and yet somehow your portfolio still underperforms someone who just sat there and did nothing. Yeah, that's today's rabbit hole. Welcome back to WLFI. Tony here. Today's 14th of April. Here we break down everything related to money, investing, crypto, and psychology. If you're serious about staying ahead in finance and prefer real talk over hype, make sure to hit subscribe. Right, let's get into today's market updates. Bitcoin. Last week, Bitcoin dipped to 78K and pulled a sneaky reversal back to $85,000. As of this morning, we are hovering around $84,000. Now hang on, no need to throw a party just yet. This bounce is encouraging, but we're not out of the woods yet. Bitcoin still needs to reclaim $87,000 convincingly and then make a solid move towards the 95K resistance before anyone should be popping champagnes. Say if Bitcoin revisits 76K, that's fine. But if Bitcoin breaks down to 79K, that's where things get a little less fun. A drop below that level could seriously threaten our golden 150 to 200K targets by the end of 2025. So what is the move now, you may ask? Same as before. Sit back, breathe, keep dollar cost averaging if it fits your strategy. This game is a game of patience, not panic. In today's morning deep dive, Blaise Pascal once said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." That might sound like it belongs in some philosophy lecture, but hear me out. It might be one of the most underrated financial truths out there too. We live in a culture that absolutely worships action. Hustle harder, grind longer, always be doing something. But in money, in life, in your own head, sometimes the best move is to sit still. Doing nothing is not laziness, it's a strategy. Let's take the market. Investor often feels the itch to act. Buy, sell, adjust, because action feels like control. But look at the greatest investors in history. Buffett made his fortune not by trading every week, but by letting compounding do its thing. Warren Buffett's longtime right-hand man, Charlie Munger, famously said, "It's waiting that helps you as an investor." And a lot of people just can't stand to wait. That is because doing nothing, true stillness, requires discipline, clarity, and confidence. It's easy to be busy. It's hard to sit still and trust your process. In our personal life, we're the same. If you've ever had an argument with someone and regretted the thing you've said mid-range, that's the downside of impulse action. Sometimes, taking a step back, doing nothing, is how you win. Think about meditation. The entire premise is sitting in silence, watching your thought. It sounds simple, right? But until you try to do it for 10 minutes, and your brain starts to act like it had 12 espressos. But this stillness, this non-action, is where real clarity comes from. In crypto, there's this meme culture that glorifies fast move. Buy this altcoin before it explodes, sell this before the dump, flip this NFTs. But most of the wealth, the actual life-changing wealth, is made by people who wait. There's wisdom in pulse, in self-development, in relationship, and financial decisions. Doing nothing doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're letting the game come to you. And often than not, you found that that's where the magic is. Right, now let's get into today's top news. The first news, Michael Saylor is back at it again. The man has a diamond hand so big they've probably have gravitational pull. Michael's strategy just bought another 22,048 Bitcoin at the end of March, bringing their total stash to over 528,000 Bitcoins. That's half of what Satoshi estimated holding now. At this point, calling Saylor a maxi feels like an understatement. The second news, World Liberty Financial, the altcoin investment firm with links to the Trump's family, is still going hard. They spent $346.8 million buying 11 different tokens, including SEIs, racking up serious exposures. The only problem is that none of them is in profit. Their Ethereum position alone is down over $114 million. This isn't just degen investing, this is high-stake political crypto pokers. And in the third news, it's also about Trump. In a significant move, President Trump has temporarily extended smartphones, laptops, and computer chips from the recent imposed 145% tariffs on Chinese import. This decision offers a reprieve to the major tech companies like Apple and Dell, which heavily rely on overseas manufacturing. The exemption aims to elevate immediate cost pressure and prevent potential price hike for consumers. However, this relief may be short-lived. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick clarified that these exemptions are temporary, with plans to implement specific tariffs on semiconductors and related technology products in the coming month. The administration's strategy is to encourage companies to shift production to the US, but industry experts caution that such transition requires significant time and investments. The announcement has led to a rally in global market, with tech stock experiencing notable gains. Yet the underlying uncertainty in trade policy continue to pose challenges for long-term planning and investment in the tech sector. That's a wrap for today's episode. Hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe for daily updates, ride the waves, stay invested, and I'll see you tomorrow.